So the Olympic silver medalist Pusala Venkata Sindhu gets this quarter-final underway against the world #1 Tai Tzu Ying, and already in his first rally some glorious skills from the world #1. He's 7-match winning streak.
The rumours were that she was bugged by a little cold of.
Yeah, but she has such glorious skills, does. Overdone it.
Yeah. Normal means that little, but what? So what about this? About the All England loss and so on? A silver medal at the Olympics has sort of raised the attention level a lot. And you could say that she's in this season she's had to play on while capitalizing on that Olympic silver medal. So I think Sindhu's got the weapons to beat Tai Tzu Ying if she's somewhere close to the top.
A lot you can do against that. Look how close this one is to the net. It's the top of the tape and just dribbles. Oh, excellent. Hardly any backswing there.
No. And then, of course, I also think that she's got to get used to a new coach in at least a number of the tournaments where affect on the development of all the Indian players, but particularly PV Sindhu, no doubt about that.
Yeah. Yeah, finds the line.
Indonesia Open last week, and the two winners actually played earlier today with Srikanth moving on to the semi-final.
Oh, that's super.
In or out, whatever
Yes.
it is.
Very good point. Oh, she's gifted that one. That's
Sindhu, in my opinion.
just 8 minutes.
It's remarkable.
It was the second game where she was nearest to us as we looked down on the court, and that's the game she struggled more in.
Yeah. I think she's playing with that little drift there is.
Yeah.
8-13.
Same position earlier on in this
40.
game. That time just mixes it up and goes cross-court.
Yeah, and it's more of a fist, more or less attacking on everything that comes to the backcourt from Tai Tzu Ying. Good shot.
Tai Tzu Ying in that
over.
game was taking more initiative,
9,
and
Yeah.
I have a feeling
40.
she should probably do more of that in the match.
Excellent. Tai Tzu Ying plays the front court, Sindhu's got to play a drop shot. When Tai Tzu Ying plays the front court from the back court. Yeah. Downwards.
It's going wide.
And tactical skills by Sindhu.
She's attacking well.
Pressure on her, but she's got such a good reach that she often wins it with a smash. So the next question is Tai Tzu Ying at the top of her game here in this? Probably also in search for a break eventually after a long spring. And
first player ever to win 6 consecutive tournaments that they played in. Yeah, she doesn't seem to have that same sparkle.
Oi, almost tripped there.
But still managed to play the winner.
20, game point, 10.
I mean, no matter what happens, that we can see that Sindhu is getting closer to her top form.
Game.
21.
Play.
So 1 game to the goods to Sala Venkata Sindhu. And a very comfortable opening game, 21-10. No, that's world number 1, Tai Tzu Ying.
Love. Love.
Shot, but very effective. Cool. Here we go. What does Hawkeye say? I'm on the line.
Push the first shot to the baseline as she did. There's a try on it. And she's got to find the right length on the opponent. Good call.
1-4.
Oh, that was going wide. That's brilliantly played once again.
Service over.
A almost normal game. That's a good punch clear.
It's fabulous. Just giving it a bit more height on the clear.
Yeah, and using more cross clears would also be.
No, reach. Oh, that's very long. Go back level. 6 tournaments played,
Yeah.
you know, 27 match-winning streak from the end of last year. That's found the line. And, yeah. And after that, despite being clearly the world number 1, he seemed to have a crisis in confidence.
Yeah.
And he ended up losing in the Olympic Games in Beijing to James Blake, who had never effect on a player.
Yeah, it's like the air coming out of the balloon.
Yes.
Sometimes. And perhaps also, I mean, how would you at the World Championships and at the Olympics?
Yeah.
And that's what counts. So we shouldn't disregard in any way, and it's been beautiful to watch, and she would be, if you bet against Chen Long winning the World Championships, I think you're in trouble. I think, to me, he's the favorite, because he hasn't forgotten to play badminton.
No.
Who's won the Olympics, the last 3 Europeans, and the last 2 World Championships. I mean,
to get you to that peak at that particular moment.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's good points. Just right.
That's a challenge. Beginning of the match, I mean, she won 2 world bronze medals, and she was the one creating a lot. And that's a very, very good thing to be hard to beat. But the tides have turned a little bit coming into the World Championships here, because that Olympic silver medalist and still that places Sindhu amongst the 2-3 hot favorites to win the World Championship.
Yeah.
And there's a huge difference for favorite worthiness.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Well-constructed rally from Tai Tzu Ying.
You don't get that many chances to win the World Championships.
No. Well, you see, that's interesting because, you know, I read the newspaper report where she said...
that was her point.
That was her point. She said there's a World Championship every year, apart from Olympic year.
Yes.
And I'll have
in the years before this season here.
Yeah. Off balance.
Test that way of thinking. We can think back of at least she can't really reach it, that it's impossible to get it over.
5 straight points. Make it 6 straight points. Lady. Look at that spin. I thought she was going to lift it. Tai Tzu Ying.
Or something like that.
Making Tusala move longest distance to run.
For Sindhu to stay in balance. If she's off balance, she won't be able to reach Tai's net shot.
Good take off the tape though. But I agree completely.
80.
I understand what you're saying. The problem is, for any opponent of Tai Tzu Ying, how do you stay? She's so deceptive.
That's the problem. That's the problem. It's about being alert to what actually is going on. That right side.
Overdone it. Wow.
13-10 actually was in her favour.
Yes, it was.
Very good placement. Those tight defensive shots.
Yeah, what a time to do it. Beautiful block. It's gone wide. tight net play. What a good rally too. Well, the era of verbal celebration
Service over.
from PV Sindhu
20.
because now
Match
she's on the
point.
verge of victory.
90.
Match point opportunity. Oh, that's gone wide. 20 all, an extra point. Lets it drop long indeed.